Uh, I'll leave it to you to speculate on how this whole race is going to go.
What is Trump? He's not a Republican. Absolutely not. Those are not the Republican principles. He is not a Democrat. He is just himself.
And let me put it very plainly. If we Republicans choose Donald Trump as our nominee, the prospects for a safe and prosperous future are greatly diminished.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president. And the reason is because I have a lot of faith in the American people.
Donald Trump is a phony, a fraud. But you say, wait. Isn't he a huge business success? Doesn't he know what he's talking about? No, he isn't. And no, he doesn't.
And it's not a matter of pandering and doing whatever will get you in the news on a given day. And sometimes it requires you making hard decisions even when people don't like it. And doing things that are unpopular.
People who at every critical moment of choosing have put the interests of the country above their own.
And standing up for people who are vulnerable but don't have some powerful political constituency.
Men of character, integrity, and selflessness have led our nation from the very beginning. None were perfect. Each surely made mistakes. But in every case, they acted out of the desire to do what was right for America.
Sadly, the American dream is dead. I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
He wants to repeal and replace Obamacare. He wants to bring jobs home from China and Japan.
And you're not just going to play to the crowd back home. I get to say, give it up for the Stanley Cup champs, my hometown Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah.
How do I, as an average person, begin?
Well, first of all, never think of yourself as average. You started off with the wrong question because you're not average. You've got a lot going. I see you're smart. I see you're very beautiful. You just have to get that word average out of your vocabulary, and you have to tell yourself that you're great, and you have to believe it. If you can say it and don't believe it, it doesn't matter. So just go out there and work hard.
A business genius, he is not. They look at history and say a trend like Mr. Trump's isn't going to be stopped. Perhaps. Donald Trump has shown an extraordinary ability to understand how our economy works, to create jobs for the American people. He's done it here in Nevada. He's done it across the country. He understands that our economy is facing threats from abroad. He's one of the few people who stood up and said, you know what, China has been cheating. They've taken jobs from Americans. They haven't played fair. We have to have a president who will stand up to cheaters. We believe in free trade and free enterprise, but we don't believe in allowing people to cheat day in and day out. Now, Donald Trump tells us that he is very, very smart. He is very, very not smart.
They love me, I love them. And I'll tell you something, if I get the nomination, I'll win the Latino vote. I will win it because I'm going to create jobs. Hillary Clinton is not going to be able to create jobs.
44% of the Hispanic
44%
Trump.
of Hispanics. I'd like to know who those Hispanics are because they, again, they're followers of a false prophet.
Una persona che pensa soltanto in fare muri, sia dove sia, e non fare ponti, non è cristiano.
I'm not going to pay for that fucking wall.
Relax, Mom. I already know the bad words. Darn, Booger, and Donald Trump.
You guys are right. I have to stay in the race. Otherwise, Clinton will be in the White House again. I mean, who wants to see something from the 90s come back in 2016?
On Hillary Clinton's watch, the State Department, when she was guiding it and part of the Obama administration, that State Department watched as America's interests were diminished at every corner of the world. She compromised our national secrets. She dissembled to the families of the slain. and she jettisoned her most profound beliefs to gain presidential power. For the last 3 decades, the Clintons have lived at the intersection of money and politics, trading their political influence to enrich their personal finances. They embody the term crony capitalism. It disgusts the American people and causes them to lose faith in our political process. A person so untrustworthy and dishonest as Hillary Clinton must not become president.
I'm running for president. Everyday Americans need a champion, and I want to be that champion. I'm hitting the road to earn your vote, and I hope you'll join me on this journey.
I understand the anger Americans feel today.
She did say there was anger. And I could say, oh, I'm not angry. I'm very angry because our country is being run horribly. And I will gladly accept the mantle of anger. Our military is a disaster. Our health care is a horror show. Obamacare, we're going to repeal it and replace it. We have no borders. Our vets are being treated horribly. Illegal immigration is beyond belief. Our country is being run by incompetent people. And yes, I am angry.
In the past, our presidents have channeled that anger and forged it into resolve, into endurance and high purpose, and into the will to defeat the enemies of freedom. Our anger was transformed into energy directed for good.
He's drawing enormous crowds, 10,000 people in South Carolina. Everywhere he goes, he is pulling extraordinarily large crowds. There's an enthusiasm. Alex, this is an insurrection. This is an uprising. This is the underclasses saying we're fed up with the two-party duopoly. We're fed up with government that costs us a fortune and delivers nothing. We're fed up with a foreign policy that seems confused at best and treasonous at worst. We're sick of not being told the truth about most issues. We're sick about marching off to war without understanding where our national interest is. We're sick of having our emails and phone calls monitored by an oppressive big brother government. The people are angry. The key to Trump's election is many people who have stopped voting because, like you and I, they've become disgusted with the two-party system. Because the Democrats and Republicans are in it together. The Bushes and Clintons are in it together.
2 paths for America. One that embraced conservative principles dedicated to lifting people out of poverty and helping create opportunity for all. And the other, an oppressive government that would lead America down a darker, less free path.
Reality has a way of intruding.
I'm convinced America has greatness ahead. And this is a time for choosing. God bless us to choose a nominee who will make that vision a reality. Thank you, and God bless you all. Thank you.
And the American people are pretty sensible. And I think they'll make a sensible choice in the end. All right? Thanks, everybody.
Please clap.